Hey, what's going on, everybody? Speed Demon here, coming at you guys live with another video. Um, I know I haven't made a video in a while. I've been really busy and stuff, but don't want to get into it. I just wanted to make a video on recapping the Eagles' victory over the Falcons yesterday. First and foremost, I think the Eagles altogether played a pretty good game. It wasn't the best game that you anticipate from them or expect from them, but I think they did pretty good. It's not too bad. Um, I kind of want to recap both sides of the football first. I'm going to start with the offense. Uh, First off, I think the offense, their game plan for this game was, much better. I think that, they wanted to, really attack this, defense by running the ball down their throat. And with Ryan Matthews coming back and stuff, being our primary running back, our leading back this game, I think he did a great job, really coming back with a bang. I think over 100 plus yards and 2 touchdowns. He was able to run really well in between the tackles yesterday, with some zones, and dives and stuff like that. So, he did a great job running in between the tackles and stuff. So, well, then again, you got to credit the O-line for, opening up those run lanes. I think that, Doug Peterson's running attack, his blocking plans and stuff, with pulling our centers or just mainly pulling JC Kelsey and stuff when you wanted to run to the outside and stuff. I think it was a hell of a good idea. You got a guy like Jason Kelsey. He's not the best lineman. He's not the biggest lineman. He's kind of undersized. But hell, he is hella fast. For his size, he is pretty fast. And for him to snap the ball and pull out and, go block a secondary guy or a defender down the field was hella good to see. I think the last time we ever saw Jason Kelsey doing stuff like that was 2014. He had a hell of a year that year. But going back to the running game, we were able to really run the ball really well. Not even with just Ryan Matthews, but even Wendell Smallwood. Smallwood had about 70 yards on the ground yesterday. And this game, we had, that was our most rushing yards in a game. It was about over 200 yards. Most rushing yards in a game for us this year. So it was good to see that Doug Peterson wanted to run the football a lot in that game. Secondly, in the passing category, Carson Wentz did a good job. He did a good job. There's a lot of plays where he wanted to, throw short, and then, go over the top on the corners and stuff like that. With Jordan Matthews or Zach Ertz at times. But I think that, our passing attack, we kind of kept it really simple. We didn't really go, into, we didn't really want to be too fancy and stuff. Just keep it simple. Just have Zach Ertz do a 5 and sit, just 5 and turn around at the QB, do out routes by Darren Sproles, or even with Jordan Matthews doing a corner route and stuff. We kept the game plan on the passing side really simple. And you gotta like that. I think that we did a great job on that, but it really helped when our run game was working. So, I think that we did a much better job than we've been doing in the past few weeks. But what we did really well yesterday that we haven't done so well in a long time was time of possession, extending our drives. There was, yesterday we only punted the ball, I believe, once or twice. I'm not too sure. There was a time where we moved it down the field and missed the field goal, but we still got ourselves in scoring range. So I think that we did a better job with extending our drives, third and shorts, being able to manage those. We had a hard time managing third downs these past few games, due to play calling, in my belief, and just lack of, making a play. But, yesterday, we did a much better job. Not, the best job, but just better than what we've been doing. Some things that we need to work on is, I would say, Doug Peterson still got to work on some play calls. There was some, some play calls that kind of made me scratch my head, kind of made me wonder why. If I can recall, there was one play. I'm not sure if you guys remember. It was the start of the fourth quarter on a 3rd and goal, Ryan Matthews was killing it, running in between the tackles or running up the middle. And on 3rd and goal, you want to run a stretch. You want to run it to the outside. That kind of made me scratch my head. You're at the 1. Just have Ryan Matthews pound it. He's been doing it all game. Just have him pound it still. So, but that's okay. We were still able to get the win. And another thing that they got to work on is, converting the, touchdowns. We left about 3 field goals out there. We could have had 4, but Sturgis missed. When you got an offense like the Falcons, who, we did a good job containing them yesterday, but it's still to the point that you got to believe that, something could happen to our defense, that they could find a leak in our defense, which they did with 1 touchdown. But, that's why you got to picture in yourself, like, we got to score this touchdown. We got to score a touchdown. But, I think that we'll work on that, get better from here. This is just a point where, we did this today. We played like this today. All we can do is really move on from here. Just get better from here. I think that, the Eagles will be able to do that. But, we'll see. I can't say. We'll see. So, offense, I give them a grade of B minus. I was gonna give them a C plus, or B actually, but B minus I think was the best category. We really killed it in the time of possession, especially in the second half. But there were still some times where we kind of had some question marks in my belief, but I'll give them a B minus. They did pretty good, not too bad. Running game revived and all. Offensive MVP, I'm gonna give it to Ryan Matthews. You know why? He played the best out of all of our guys yesterday, just running the ball hard, scoring 2 touchdowns. So he gets my MVP on the offensive side for yesterday's game. Now moving on to the defense. Nothing much about the defense. They still did pretty good. They still did good yesterday. Being able to manage Matt Ryan and their passing game, or contain them, I should say, was something that they did really well. But I'm not giving the corners the credits here, because the corners still played as they played. Julio Jones was still able to have about 10 catches for 135. I play fantasy football, so I keep track of that shit. But he still had about double-digit catches and 100 yards through the air. Taylor Gabriel had a long touchdown, made Leotis McKelvin bite hard as fuck on that fake. I think he did a stutter and then, just chop his feet and then went back down the field. So he double moved him, and Leotis bit that shit real bad. Oh my God, he bit that real bad. But, I think the reason being able to kind of contain Matt Ryan and their passing game was because of our blitzing scheme. With our front 7 or blitzing from the secondary. We were really able to blitz yesterday, especially on 3rd downs. I think every single 3rd down play I watched yesterday, we blitzed more than 5 or 6 guys. I like that. I really did like that, because, Jim Schwartz wanted to be very aggressive and not give Matt Ryan that chance to go out there and dissect our defense. Sending a 4-man rush. There was sometimes we saw success with 4-man rush, but there's a point in time where you're just not gonna give them that chance. And so sending guys, more than 5 or 6 guys we send was a great idea, especially in 3rd and shorts and 3rd and longs. We were able to, blitz on a 3rd and long, and there's times where, Matt Ryan checked it down. He threw a short pass to Julio, and our guys just rally up and made the tackle before the 4th down. Malcolm Jenkins, he had about a few good 3rd down tackles where Matt Ryan threw it short because of the blitz, and Malcolm Jenkins came to make tackles. Michael Kendricks had a tackle, I believe, on a 3rd and medium. But just the fact that we were able to blitz Matt Ryan and force him to either throw short or even miss passes down the field, miss his passes alone, I think we did a great job on that. So I think that our run game still needs a little bit of work. Devontae Freeman had a lot of good running plays yesterday. we kind of got to work on the run game and stuff. But all in all, our defense played pretty good as well. They did a good job. So I give them a grade of a B plus. I'm not gonna give them an A or such because Matt Ryan them still were able to move the ball and stuff and put the offense in, or put the team in places where they were able to score some points. But they were still able to not allow more than 2 touchdowns. Put them in our defense was able to put them in scenarios where they could only kick a field goal. So I think that they deserve a B plus. Defensive MVP for yesterday's game, I'm giving it to Malcolm Jenkins. I'm giving it to him because yesterday he did a really great job. He had a huge role, which was there's plays where we had him up in the tackle box or up with our linebackers area and just blitz to stuff the run or to create QB pressure. There was times where we had him go to cornerback, line up against a receiver. He made open field tackles alone, and there was I still remember there was a couple plays or so where he lined up one-on-one on Julio, and he was able to win those battles. So I'm giving it to Malcolm Jenkins. He's my defensive player, or defensive MVP for yesterday's game. All in all, I think that our team played, good. If I had to give them an overall grade, it would be a B. It's not the prettiest, it's not the best win that you would want to see from the Eagles, but they got the job done, won by 9 points. Defense still played hella good at home. Offense, we're able to, run the ball very well, keep time of possession, extend their drives. So it's an overall B. I still think that we have some improvement that we need to make, especially in our wide receivers and corners position. Those are our weak point. Those are our weakest links on both sides of the football, as receivers and corners. I think that Howie Roseman and Jeff Lurie are gonna really need to address that area of our team. I think they really gotta look hard into that area. That to me is what holds us back from being 7-1, or winning the games that we should have won. Those are some areas. I mean, play calling can be, play calling is a huge reason why we lost last week and even 2 weeks ago. But still, there's even plays where our receivers had to make the plays, or our corners had to make the stops, and they just couldn't. So I think that we really need to improve in those 2 areas. But I'll go into detail later about that. Everybody knows the Eagles receivers and corners are shitty as fuck. I truly believe it, but they'll do for now. We are still winning games, so they'll do for now. But that's about it. I think that the Eagles they did a pretty good job. I give them a B. If you guys have some other comments or some other thoughts about yesterday's game and such, that I may have missed, leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you guys like this video, or if you guys want more videos from me, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will be making more videos throughout the week. I think Wednesday I'm going to make a week 11 game picks, so you don't want to miss that. Hope you guys are able to watch that video. But other than that, checking out. Peace, guys. Have a good day.